Finally, guys, finally, we have a bunch of releases from OpenAI, and as you know, it's the 12 days of OpenAI. It's the Christmas season, and today is day one. These are all the models and features that we got today. First, we have complete access to the O1 model, and it's also multimodal. That is, we have access to images. Next, we have a new mode called as o1-pro mode, and ChatGPT Pro subscription. So what is all of it? Let's talk about it, starting from O1 multimodal. So here you're gonna see the comparison between the O1 preview model and the O1 model. So O1 preview will be completely replaced. We will not have access to it, and instead of that we'll be having O1. So let's see how it performs.
Here on the left I have O1, on the right I have O1 preview, and I'm just asking it a really simple history question. List the Roman emperors of the 2nd century, tell me about their dates, what they did. Not hard, but you know, GPT-4o actually gets this wrong a reasonable fraction of the time. And so I've asked O1 this, I've asked O1 preview this. I tested this offline a few times, and I found that O1 on average responded about 60% faster than O1 preview. This could be a little bit variable because right now we're in the process of swapping all our GPUs from O1 preview to O1. So actually, O1 thought for about 14 seconds, O1 preview still going.
There's a lot of Roman emperors.
There's a lot of Roman emperors. Yeah, 4.0 actually gets this wrong a lot of the time. There are a lot of folks who ruled for like 6 days, 12 days, a month, and it sometimes forgets those.
Can you do them all from memory, including the 6-day people?
No. Yep, so here we go. O1 thought for about 14 seconds. O1 preview thought for about 33 seconds.
These should both be faster once we finish deploying, but we wanted this to go live right now.
Exactly.
So as you can see, the O1 actually completed it way faster than the O1 preview model, and this is what they told. So the O1 model is very intelligent in allocating time to the question. If you even say hi to the O1 preview model, it will take a few seconds to respond hi, which is absolutely inefficient. But the O1 actually is smart enough that it will not do such kind of foolish things. So let's continue. So now we'll be seeing the image recognition abilities of the O1 model. We actually tested this out in the leaked version, and here we are going to see it officially. So let's see.
I created this toy problem with some hand-drawn diagrams and so on. So here it is. It's hard to see, so I already took a photo of this. And so let's look at this photo in a laptop. So once you upload the image into the ChatGPT, you can click on it and to see the zoomed-in version. So this is a system of a data center in space. So maybe in the future, we might want to train AI models in the space.
I think we should do that, but the power number looks a little low.
1 gigawatt.
1 gigawatt?
Yeah, okay.
But the general idea, I think.
Rookie numbers in this
Yeah,
business.
rookie numbers.
Okay. Yeah. So we have a sun right here taking in power on this solar panel. And then there's a small data center here.
It's exactly what they look like.
Yeah. Yep. GPU racks.
Oh.
And then pump, nice pump here. And one interesting thing about operation in space is that on Earth, we can do air cooling, water cooling to cool down the GPUs. But in space, there's nothing there. So we have to radiate this heat into the deep space. And that's why we need this giant radiator cooling panel. And this problem is about finding the lower bound estimate of the cooling panel area required to operate this 1 gigawatt data center.
Probably going to be very big.
Yeah. Let's see how big it is.
Let's see.
So that's the problem. I'm going to this prompt, and yeah, this is essentially asking for that. So let me hit go, and the model will think for seconds. Okay, so the model finished thinking, only 10 seconds. It's a simple problem. So let's see if how the model did it. So power input. So first of all, this 1 gigawatt, that was only drawn in the paper. So the model was able to pick that up nicely. And then radiative heat transfer only. That's the thing I mentioned. So in space, nothing else. And then some simplifying choices. And one critical thing is that I intentionally made this problem underspecified, meaning that the critical parameter is a temperature of the cooling panel. I left it out so that we can test out the model's ability to handle ambiguity and so on. So the model was able to recognize that this is actually a unspecified but important parameter, and it actually picked the right range of temperature, which is about the room temperature. And with that, it continues to the analysis and does a whole bunch of things, and then found out the area, which is 2.42 million square meters.
So as you saw, O1 was capable to understand the whole structure that was represented in the image, also pick up details like the 1 gigawatt power requirement, and also it was able to take assumptions about variables that were not provided. So this surely shows the intelligence of O1. But as you know, this is a thinking model, and the more time it is given to think, it performs better. And that is exactly what o1-pro mode is, letting the model to think for a longer period of time. Let's have a look.
Great. So I want to give a short demo of ChatGPT o1-pro mode. People will find o1-pro mode the most useful for, say, hard math, science, or programming problems. So here I have a pretty challenging chemistry problem that o1 preview gets usually incorrect. And so I will let the model start thinking. One thing we've learned with these models is that for these very challenging problems, the model can think for up to a few minutes. I think for this problem, the model usually thinks anywhere from 1 minute to up to 3 minutes. And so we have to provide some entertainment for people while the model is thinking. So I'll describe the problem a little bit, and then if the model is still thinking when I'm done, I've prepared a dad joke for us to fill the rest of the time. So
I hope it thinks for a long time.
You can see the problem asks for a protein that fits a very specific set of criteria. So there are 6 criteria, and the challenge is each of them asks for pretty chemistry domain-specific knowledge that the model would have to recall. And the other thing to know about this problem is that none of these criteria actually give away what the correct answer is. So for any given criteria, there could be dozens of proteins that might fit that criteria. And so the model has to think through all the candidates and then check if they fit all the criteria. OK, so you could see the model actually was faster this time. So it finished in 53 seconds. You can click and see some of the thought process that the model went through to get the answer. You could see it's thinking about different candidates like neuroligin initially. And then it arrives at the correct answer, which is retinochisin, which is great.
Talking about the next thing, ChatGPT Pro subscription, I'm telling you, we are not gonna able to afford it. So let's hear what Sam Altman has to say about the ChatGPT Pro subscription, and buckle up your seatbelt.
A lot of people, power users of ChatGPT at this point, they really use it a lot. And they want more compute than $20 a month can buy. So we're launching a new tier, ChatGPT Pro. And Pro has unlimited access to our models and also things like advanced voice mode. It also has a new thing called o1-pro mode. So o1 is the smartest model in the world now, except for o1 being used in pro mode. And for the hardest problems that people have, o1-pro mode lets you do even a little bit better. So you can see a competition math, you can see a GPQA diamond, and these boosts may look small, but in complex workflows where you're really pushing the limits of these models, it's pretty significant. I'll show you one more thing about the pro mode. So one thing that people really have said they want is reliability. And here you can see how the reliability of an answer from pro mode compares to o1. And this is an even stronger delta. And again, for our pro users, we've heard a lot about how much people want this. ChatGPT Pro is $200 a month, launches today. Over the course of these 12 days, we have some other things to add to it that we think you'll also really love. But unlimited model use and this new o1-pro mode.
So $200 ChatGPT Pro subscription. So we'll talk about all of that in upcoming videos, and we'll be also benchmarking the o1 model, how it performs, its image recognition abilities, and everything else. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned, subscribe to my channel to actually see the performance of the o1 model. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on day 2 of 12 days of OpenAI.